We have a card on the screen.
Maybe mine.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Curse of Strahd Aviendahl campaign. My name is Xanni, and I am your Dungeon Master for this evening. Just before we get started, TMP server, we have a Steel Request card on the screen. Can we close that down because it's covering the map?
I don't see a card.
I don't see
it's
a card.
on, no, it's on the stream because it is it's on the stream because it's on Kitten's. There you go, gone.
Oh,
okay. And so with me today we have several wonderful players, and we're going to just quickly go through the list. If everybody just wants to introduce himself quickly, starting with you, Bob.
Hi, I'm Bob. I'm currently playing, well, I was playing a slime character named Timus. Again, thank you again for letting me play that. But now, apparently, Timus has made his end that last session, and in his place, rising from his gooey ashes, I guess, came this new character, D. She has no memories, she's a child, and has some mysterious, creepy air about her. And no eyes, apparently. Look and see. I look forward to playing this character.
Mm-hmm. Next up, we have your character, Nick.
ZARRIEL, a sorcerer who has kept on bargaining everything he has for power, and whose beliefs have finally firmly taken hold of what his mission will be in this world corrupted by undead.
Thank you. Then we have Shadow, your character.
Hi, I'm Shadow. I'm playing SIDARIAN MORITHIL, just known shortly as Sid. He's a mysterious bard character who joined them recently. He's a native of the land, so as like the others, he's not someone that came from elsewhere. And so far, his motivations are unclear to the group.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Shadow. And next up, we have Adam, your character, Kool-Aid Man.
Hello, my name is Kool-Aid Man. I will be playing GRUNIX, and he is a artificer gremlin, and he has finally found a bit more motivation in his life. Let's just say that.
Excellent. And of course, lastly but not leastly, we have your character, Dalamar.
Hi everyone, I'm Dalamar, and I'm playing Lily, the Mute Warlock, who is slowly but surely falling into madness in some way related to mirrors.
Excellent. Okay, well, before we begin, we have to give a quick recap, and so I'm going to turn you over to one of our storytellers. That is Nick. Would you please mind recapping what happened in the last session?
So, as the current group that last session started were Lily, ZARRIEL, Sid, GRUNIX, and Elena and KENARI started in the corridor of this maddened house. As we jumped towards Timus, who went into the Cart of Doom, TM, and went to a demon who GRUNIX had made all of us aware was ripping souls out of people. He then promptly engaged the demon, and Zar recognized Timus's voice and led the rest of the party to a rescue mission. After killing the demon, we found a lot of jars, which gave off energy which Elena and Zar did not like, and Lily then promptly destroyed one of them and was granted a small magical boon by a bunch of ghosts, which she freed by breaking said jar, and they then promptly flew through the roof. Afterwards, we took the crazed man that was in the room with us, that the demon was injuring, and continued to the next room without stop. We found an abomination that was made by practically every person in the party combined, which then froze Timus in place in time, and with the help of Zariel showed a memory of his past, and then asked everybody else for one to trade, so we can be let out of the room, which it had sealed the doors to, and from. Well, everybody reciprocated, and everybody was agreed to it, peacefully, except KENARI, who Zariel almost went into a fight with. After which, KENARI, more unwillingly than the rest, gave up a member of her own, which she shared with the rest of the group, depicting her losing a dear friend of hers. After that, after all this memory giving and granting, Timus began changing rapidly into what appeared to be a spiritually dead avatar of some ancient, shattered evil god, which avatar, so D, was almost threatened to be killed by the party, specifically Zariel, and then she introduced herself as D. We had a quick chat about taking avatars of evil gods with us, and we presumed that it would be good to have more firepower with us, so we took the along and continued to the next room. From which room, Elena freed a bunch of ghosts again and got herself a boon. GRUNIX and Lily fought over a singing sword, which then was given to Zariel for keep. Sid found a magical instrument to which he will need to attune to, as well as the whole group found a lot of sculptures of the surrounding landscape. Behind the curtain on the right side of the wall, which you can see, we found said two monsters and girl, and one of the monsters, the big one, KENARI and D recognized as a fearsome predator from the Underdark, and that's where we last left off.
I want to clarify as well that this character came from over. You guys came from over here, so that was the entrance.
Yeah. Yup. Can I quickly clarify something about D that you kind of glossed over a bit? She's not. It was kind of. She did sort of appear first as an avatar, but then you just sort of saw like a bunch of this black smoke and shadowy essence leave her. Then she kind of went crazy for a moment, and now she doesn't remember anything.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned. Spiritually dead. I thought that encapsulated everything.
Well,
basically, the avatar without the essence of the god.
The thing is, guys, we'll have a chance. Okay, I'm going to interrupt here. We'll have a chance to explore this further. Okay,
yes.
In today's game, so we can do this through gameplay if we have more to clarify. So I just want to let everybody know as well today that Luea will not be able to be with us for personal reasons. And so I'll be controlling KENARI, and also that Kel will no longer be playing with the group, again for personal reasons. So this will probably be the last couple of sessions with both, and also that unfortunately Dalamar has other engagements, and so won't be able to take part in this game after maybe this week and next week, possibly depending upon what the schedule is like for you, Dalamar. So what that means is we will be down a few players soon. And we'll be looking forward for new players as well in the group. But also to say thank you very much to those to Kel and to you, of course, Dalamar, for joining us in this game, and that we'll hopefully make these the last couple of sessions really good for you. Okay, well, the last session really good for you. Okay. Sorry, I don't want to just drop a bomb there, but I just wanted to, let people know that we've got hopefully some really good times ahead for this session.
Totally.
So we're currently in this large, lavishly appointed room. The room has got a large bed in the center, which is now torn open. And seems deflated. The beautiful black and red sheets are now on the floor. I don't think anybody took them. So they are currently sort of like lying on the floor. The mattress of the bed is torn open and thoroughly deflated after you release the souls that actually made up Kiera's mattress to sleep on. You also are surrounded by a number of miniatures and models of different towns, buildings, encampments. In particular, one that is slowly being built in front of the foot of the bed that looks very much like the town you're currently occupying. Not yet completed, but it is definitely starting to grow. You also are looking at this adjoining room. There's like I can't remember if you mentioned it. There is like a force field, or some sort of like shield in between you. The figures within are frozen and not moving. Hey, KENARI and KENARI and Elena are off slightly to one side at this point. Elena seems to be trying to speak to KENARI. KENARI is sort of shaking her head and sort of trying to sort of appear stoic. But you can see that you can see that she is in distress. The rest of you, what would you like to do? We're currently standing in this room.
GRUNIX would like to approach ZARRIEL. And GRUNIX will go up to ZARRIEL and tell ZARRIEL, ZARRIEL, can you please lend me that weapon of yours, that weapon you hold?
Which you're talking about, and I hold up both swords, one in each hand. One with the left one, my own, and the other one, the singing one. Do you mean this one? The one Lily gave me?
Yes, the one Lily gave you, the singing, that sword, please.
I look towards the monsters. Well, it's going to need it more than I do, and I toss it to you. Xanni, do I send him the properties, or are you going to do it yourself?
I will send him the box. Okay, so I will send you the box sheet now. Okay.
Don't worry, it's quite potent and magical.
Yeah.
I'll just share it with all. I'll show it to everybody. You can see the note. If it comes your way, this is basically what. Okay, so everybody should see a note called Tasha's singing. Tasha's singing.
Yeah.
I'm actually really confused. So there's like a force field around the glass, like around the curtain.
Yeah, there's like a force field.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, can GRUNIX say one thing to ZARRIEL?
Well, you can say whatever you want.
Okay, GRUNIX will say to ZARRIEL, thank you for the sword. What was it? Thank you for the sword. It's just that I can't use this weapon anymore. And GRUNIX will look at his dagger with like guilt and contempt as he puts it into his bag of holding, the enhanced dagger.
Okay.
And puts it away, looking sad.
Sorry, just 1 second. Sorry to interrupt one more time. TMP. I apologize, but yep, thank you. Done. Sorry about that, GRUNIX. Please continue.
Quick question about the current positioning. So, if I remember correctly, I'm on top of.
You're sitting on top of the dog. You said.
Yeah, the dog. What was the dog's name again?
Boy.
Boy, that's what it was. It was something silly. I forgot.
Yes.
So I can clearly see like over the other people who are watching the creatures that are frozen.
If you stand up, probably.
Yeah. Okay. Someone's like standing on top of Boy, looking over the shoulders of the other people. So I remember last time I got information. I know what a hook horror is, right?
Sorry?
Yep.
I got the information from I got my first memory back via my history check out of the horror for the Underdark stuff?
Yeah. You remember that they're a violent, they're a dangerous predator from the Underdark.
Okay, so I just want to double check I have that information.
Yeah, you have the information.
Can I look around where the curtain is to see if there's if there is a way to get out of this room, or if there is another exit that we didn't go through?
Yes, of course. So if you look around, the room, first of all, you can see there is another doorway. You also do remember there being a door you didn't go through on the other side of the room, on the other side of the room where you met the demonic creature. You went one side. There was another room that you guys didn't go to. You when you're sort of standing around by the by the curtain, you can see very clearly that there is a lever along the wall.
I knew it. Can I roll in just an intelligence check just to see if I'm that stupid?
Well, I mean, you're in charge of your own character. Do you think you would do it? It doesn't. It's not about whether.
She currently doesn't know any better. She doesn't know any better.
Yeah, but intellect is more like book learning, whereas wisdom is
more
like.
It would be more wisdom, right? Yeah, that'd be more wisdom, wise. Okay.
You're welcome. You're welcome to pull it. You're welcome to do a wisdom check if you want.
Yeah, because I just
difficulty are we setting up? What difficulty are you setting?
Let's say 16 or 15, something around there. Just a straight 15 DC.
I'll allow it.
It is not. Is that it? I'm gonna have to reload my page.
This is Melamon all over again.
I know. I'm sorry. Well, it's kind of the same thing because he's D is an infant with memory, with is like a 6-year-old person.
Go on then. So roll a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, it wasn't rolling through my character sheet. I have to reload the page. So I'll do that. Thank you. Work. Yeah.
While that's going on, Elena is going to sort of leave KENARI to brood, and we'll go over to you, Lily, and sort of see you, sort of seeing you, looks over and sort of like, "You okay? What's seem to be a little out of sorts?"
Is Lily still hallucinating?
No, you would have finished hallucinating.
Lily will just glance over to Lena and shrug, kind of indicating she's okay, but wants to wait.
Okay. Lena will sort of give you a knowing nod, sort of give you a pat on the shoulder, and sort of stand, not right next to you, but close enough that if you decide you wish to speak, or communicate with her that she's. Okay, so D, you see this lever, and you don't really make the connection. It seems between the lever and everything. It seems like a very entrancing, interesting object.
Is it magical? Because I have the magic. I have constant detect magic through my eyes.
No, it's not magical. Not you can see.
Okay, cool.
There's no.
I'll still pull it.
Magical. You're gonna pull it. You are a 6-year-old. Do a strength check for me.
Okay, that's a perfectly reasonable thing to say. Okay, a -1 to strength. So that would be that'd be bad. It would be athletics.
Yep. You pull the lever. As the lever collapses, the wall of energy between you and the creature, between you and the adjoining room, begins to fizzle out, vanish.
Before everything of that happens, does ZARRIEL notice that? I want to be able to say something as the thing fizzles out.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Get your blessings ready. And everybody, keep your distance. Focus the cockroach first.
Okay, the wall shimmers. You see a faint haze around each of the figures start to shimmer in and out and in and out until, like a sound of shattering glass, the film of light that was surrounding each of their forms breaks into 1,000 prismatic pieces and spreads away into the air. You see the girl at first begin to move. She looks over and sees you all and lets out a scream of just a scream of horror. Where am I? Where is this? What's going on?
I just awkwardly.
Then she hears behind her this clicking, growling sound as this large shape starts to ride from where it was hunched forward in a hunting posture. Large claws raised to the sky as these massive hooks clack against the ceiling, and the creature rears back, giving an eagle shriek, which is undertoned with this sort of buzzing, like an insect buzzing noise. And infuriated, looks around for its tormentor. Next to it, you can see this sort of insectile creature, sort of reddish brown color, also starts to sort of look around and sort of clicking, clacking, very sort of insectile in nature, spinning around quickly, almost like an ant that's lost its colony, and starts to look and sees in front of it a young 6-year-old hand on lever, as it rears back and charges at you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going into combat. Can you please... we're going to combat. Can you please just wait one moment while I clear the initiative order? The Anthony tokens, fantastic. So you may now start to roll initiative.
Like Dia's just like she looks in horror at what she has done, like, oh no, what did I do sort of face on her. She does not know what she just did, honestly.
Before you roll, I'm going to say I'm using Cardic on this roll because it's a skill check.
Sorry, can you take my first roll? I accidentally did it twice.
That's fine. What was your first roll?
9.
9. So we'll update yours. If you want to roll again, we can get it on the list and update it to a 9.
Okay. Now you can just keep me at 9.
Well, I was just saying to keep yourself on.
You got to click
on the terminal.
Click on your icon and then roll for initiative.
Oh, okay. Click on my icon. Roll for initiative.
Yeah, your token on the board.
Oh, okay.
There, you got it now.
There you go.
Yeah. And I don't think any of you have had a rest for a little while, so hopefully everything will be okay. Only you did have a short rest, didn't you? Between
No, we didn't.
So from starting the demon combat, it took us around 20 to 30 minutes to get to here. We have not rested at all.
Oh my goodness!
I'm sorry. I'm just
we actually suggested it, and then people were like, "Nah."
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. You'll see why.
And Lily is still holding concentration on the hex.
Okay.
And KENARI is still holding concentration on Hunter's Mark as well.
What's your current roll? So what we got so far? Zaria, what did you used Cardic? Yes.
Cardic, yeah, and I got a king, so that's 28-15.
Okay. Do you know what's really cool? I've got Cardic too.
There it is.
So I'm thinking a bit of Cardic for the hook horror. So let's roll initiative.
Again, I'm sorry. I did the dice roll.
And then
No worries. I was going to suggest doing that anyways.
It's cool.
I'm glad that I'm not purposely killing the party.
So that's 22 for the hook horror.
I'll be right back.
That's 22.
Use that on the cockroach as well.
And
Cockroach?
no, I'm going to be fair. The cockroach is going to just.
It disappeared.
So right now,
Can someone help me? Because I haven't done this before. I haven't actually used this for a while. How do you close the black box once you've got it open for the cards?
I think there you have just select it and click delete. I think the delete key, the backspace key. I think is a way to delete things on Roll20.
I can't get rid of the black box. I've got the playing cards up, and I can't get rid of it.
The playing card box. Is there an exit window? I don't know.
Hi, in the macro section.
Oh goodness me! Macros. Right? No, that's the playing cards. I want the actual box that says playing cards.
All right, I'm back.
We can see what you see, so we can help.
I know you can't. I know you can't help me. It's just that when you open up a card, if you have like several cards, you have all your cards in front of you.
Oh, you just
Click
click
somewhere
on it,
else.
I think, right?
I can't get that black card box off my screen.
Click somewhere else or on the box itself.
Gone. Thank you. Click on the cards again. All solved. Okay.
Yeah.
I love Roll20, and I hate it sometimes. Just, Roll20, please sponsor us.
By the way, the initiative tracker disappeared.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Hmm.
response to ooh,
Yeah.
that. And then for the little girl,
Is the little girl already like dead? Because I remember she was about to get attacked, right?
well, it really does depend upon what she rolls, really, doesn't it?
Oh no! Oh no!
Kartik.
She rolled pretty good.
Nice.
Okay, so let's get everybody into sending order. And
You've not given the hooked horror its 22 initiative.
I did, but I must have forgot to press enter for that.
Oh, you forgot to change GRUNIX's to 9. So you got a
Thank
20.
you.
Oh,
GRUNIX hasn't got a 9. And let's just quickly read.
let's see.
Yeah. Oh dear, that poor little girl. Let's get some music going. We want some
Just
fighting music. Okay, ladies and
Mortal
gentlemen,
Kombat.
let us begin with Zariel's turn.
So,
Oh,
first,
sorry, I've got to do KENARI as well. KENARI gets plus.
enter Elena as well. Roll for them.
And Elena. I did actually get all this stuff up ready to go. So here we go. KENARI, initiative order, rolls high.
Ooh.
And I believe she gets extra bonus to that because she's a
It's already calculated.
X. Thank you very much. And Elena, you have a pretty normal initiative. Again, high. Excellent. So, descending. There we go. We now have it all updated. Zariel, your first.
So, question: Can I move between the cockroach and the wall here?
No.
I cannot take the diagonal there.
No. You can move here between the hook horror and the thing. I'll let you do that. But you can't move between. You can't move through the wall.
You know what? I'm going to try something. So with this, so Zaro is going to move 5. There is something here white and
Yes,
please...
I'm going to move it back. I know. Give me a second.
Yeah, no, it's just...
I put a color there, and it's now. Anyway, be behind. But
You can... Yeah.
I'm going to move it.
Yeah, no worries.
There you go.
Ah.
That'll do.
Yeah. So he'll move 5, 10, 15, 20, provoking an attack of opportunity.
Okay, so the hook horror is going to slash at you with its hook.
Yes, that's the intent. 25.
5.
Yeah, that cannot be blocked even with shield. Yeah, it hits.
10 piercing.
10 piercing damage as it hits, as this hit connects with ZARRIEL. The armor of Agathos that he has still on him lashes back as crystals of ice feel its hook. It takes 10 cold damage.
Okay, thank you.
And the spell ends as it's exactly the number of damage it has. So with that, ZARRIEL is going to use his action and he is going to invoke his Radiant Consumption.
Okay.
As his eyes go fully golden and the back of his half plate goes golden as well. Tentacles of radiant light appear on his back and start lashing in 10 feet. Which means at the end of his turn, everything around him will take 2 damage. Also, at each turn, he can deal 4 bonus damage equal to his level, radiant, to one of the things he attacks. That's an action, and as a bonus action, he's going to cast Quickened Spell, Green Flame Blade, targeted at the creature in front of him that looks like a cockroach. That's 2 sorcery points for Quickened Spell. Does 17 hit?
17 does hit, yes.
So, firstly, the creature will take...
Just 1 second. I'm not trying to stop you. I'm just desperately doing maths.
So
just give me a moment. So we've done 10 damage to it with your armor of Agathos. You've now done another. You now latch out. Your transformation lasts 1 minute. You do every creature within. At the end of your
the turn.
It happens at the end of your turn. Okay.
Yes, at the end of the turn. That's what I said. It's
okay. All right. Sorry, I'm just checking because I haven't.
It's out,
I know we've used
everything takes damage.
I know, but it was a long time ago.
Yeah. Yes, a few months. So, basically, when I hit something, and does this hit?
Yes, it does. I told you it did.
Yeah. So, from Radiant Consumption, this thing, because of the Radiant Consumption, this hit will deal 4 extra Radiant damage, making it 10 damage to the thing in front of me, and 4 fire damage to the hooked horror as Radiant Light and crosses the entire blade, goes through the entire blade. ZARRIEL hits this small creature and the flame bounces to the giant horror as ZARRIEL is currently basically burning himself and them alive. I hope this takes their attention as he's going to look towards the horror and just yell it, "Come and get me." As this, and if you can put an aura that is 10 feet on me, so it shows the reach, and allow the rest to see it. So with that, I have used my action, bonus action, and waiting to use my reaction. Everything, including myself, take 2 radiant damage, but because I have resistance, I take 1.
Okay.
So the bug and the hooked horror take 2 radiant damage.
Okay, and you've lost all of your temporary hit. Is that right?
Yeah, on the hit. On the hit itself, I've lost 10, so all of them.
Okay, good. All right. Next up is KENARI. KENARI, seeing you take the attack of opportunity, is going to dash up, grab the girl, because she's got an extra 10 feet of movement, and she's gonna move because you can't do the Hillcogger can't do an attack of opportunity thanks to you, and it's going to bring her back over here.
An attack of opportunity on Also, an attack of opportunity can only be taken when you move. When you are moved by something else, the creature cannot take the attack.
I understand. I'm just reiterating for my own knowledge as well, just to make sure that there's nothing else.
No worries.
All right. So, thank you. All right. So, they took her action to grab her and move her. The girl was willing to be grabbed, considering the massive monster behind her, so there was no struggling. She was basically frozen in fear when KENARI came up behind and grabbed her and pulled her out of the way. So next up is the Hook Horror, whose full attention is on you, ZARRIEL. And is going to move down. It's going to lash out at you with its hooks.
Miss.
And the second hook. Sorry.
I hate you sometimes. Hits.
I didn't mean to roll that. I was like, no. And you don't have shield anymore, if I remember correctly.
No, I have it, but I cannot use it because it's a crit. It always hits. No matter what.
Damage is 18.
As ZARRIEL takes a giant blow across his chest, he falls to the ground unconscious. That's over my half HP, and that's a critical hit, so that's a lingering injury. Let's roll. Let me roll. Tell me what to roll. Let me roll.
Go on then, you roll.
You're moving awfully fast, my dude.
So, D20, correct?
It is a D20. That's right. Sorry.
Yeah. So can I get? By the way, can I before I roll this? Can I get inspiration for recapping the session? Can I get cardiac inspiration for recapping the session?
Sorry. I love it. It's like please make it so. You know what? Yes.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
Oh god. I'm honestly surprised it actually works.
So,
luck, Nick.
So
D20.
Just get my
15 using cardiac.
15.
Queen. That's 25, so that's 20.
Wait. What? Oh.
Yeah.
I'm using
which basically
Queen.
just means you get a scar.
Oh, that's right.
So you're unconscious now?
Yes. And I'm burning alive.
Well, then we will talk. We will have to talk about how cardiac inspiration helps you not.
Do you allow it?
Because I'm not quite sure that I want it working that way, but we will for this session.
Yeah.
Do you Okay.
Okay. Just because I can't see how a movement of inspiration could stop you from getting.
Yeah, that's my question there. Should cardiac work on
I don't get a
Justin?
broken arm because suddenly I get inspired. Doesn't really work.
Inspired.
In this game sense.
I'm inspired enough to move out of the way enough so it only
you got
scars me.
smacked by a massive hook. You didn't have inspiration.
Oh.
You get fish hooked by a giant monster from the Underdark in that respect. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so you're down on the ground. So
Hooker
you're
should
down
have a
on the ground.
multi-attack, right?
Does that? And as we mentioned last time, your radiance will wink out.
No.
Because,
No. No, it consumes it. No, it does not. As
it's
other
hitting
has.
you, doesn't it? That's right. It's hitting you as well.
Yeah, it hits me. That's why it doesn't go out.
All right. Okay. Forget it. All right. Sorry. I'm not. I understand. I'm just trying to keep the game flowing. So we'll just keep going. With that, then Rust Monster.
Wait, does the Hooker only have one attack? I'm pretty sure there's more than one, doesn't it?
The Hooker has already done 2 attacks. It missed the first one, and hit with the second.
Did it miss? No, it did an opportunity attack. It did an opportunity attack.
Yeah, it hit me with the first opportunity attack. It took my armor factors away.
Yep.
Yeah, but that was the opportunity. But that is not his. That's not the attack action. He has 2 attacks.
It crit me with the second attack of his attack action.
It did. If you look up, the first attack was I rolled a 10, and I missed.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, my bad. I missed that.
Yep.
Thank you. Sorry, I'll be quiet.
No problem.
I thought that was the yeah. Sorry.
So the rust monster is going to run towards you.
I am
and
just
try and
powering.
chomp on you.
Currently, I'm going to just. I look terrified. I look like a little girl, terrified. That is my expression.
18.
That is, I believe, my armor class. That is. Yeah, I can't do shit against that. Actually, my bad. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry about that.
That's the
I
only
can't
one
do
on our
anything
session.
about that. I know. I'm sorry. I've been recently playing in a different server that had a lot of looser terms on that. Sorry about that.
4 piercing damage. It's
Four piercing
nibbles,
damage. Okay.
the creature leaps forward to nibble upon your arm.
Ah! Yeah, I just sort of like cover my head. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Sidarian, you're up.
Alright, so Sid is gonna call out to ZARRIEL. Hey, get off the ground. What are you doing? Taking a nap? You need to get up and fight. We're in trouble here. And I'm gonna cast Healing Word as a second a second level spell, a second circle or whatever.
I love how that's
Level
really
2.
weird. I love how that's really weird. Just like, hey, get up there.
Nicely done. So that's 8 HP back to ZARRIEL.
So, and then that's gonna be my turn.
Excellent. All right. You don't have you don't have a bonus action. Oh, that was a bonus action. You still have a main action though, don't you? Healing Word is just.
You do.
Oh yeah, that was a bonus action. Okay, so main action.
Cantrip?
I'm going to cast, and then after I do that, I'm going to call out in Elven to the rust monster, just a, common Elven curse of, putting him down, and I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery.
Your mother smells of elderberries.
Yep, that works. Good old 1 psychic damage there.
Okay, so
I always forget that Healing Word is a bonus action. That's always why I take it, though, even though...
Yep, it fails, so it takes 1 psychic damage, and it has disadvantage.
Yep, disadvantage on its next attack.
Fantastic. Okay. Excellent. Well, so this is your curse, is it? Your curse in Elmesh.
Yep.
Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberries.
Yep, that's what we're gonna do. That works.
Lily's up next.
Lily will hop up onto the center of the bed and transfer the curse onto the rust monster as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just link it in chat for a reminder.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I missed something. I had a phone call. What I miss? I left the last 3 seconds.
And then just swing the black and purple Misty Eldritch Blast at the rust monster.
Nice. I'm doing comments. Okay.
Okay, so Eldritch Blast, that hits. Okay. Second, I'm just checking my... Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 12... Okay, so it takes 12 damage.
Mm-hmm. And the hex disadvantage, I'd say, would be on dexterity ability checks.
Excellent, okay.
Similarly, it's skill checks, right?
I'm here to cast spells and spam Eldritch Blast, and I'm out of spell slots.
Indeed.
Yeah,
Been out for a while.
The great thing is being whenever you have Eldritch Blast, you kind of have a decent spell no matter what.
Yeah.
It's one of those cantrips which just roll. Okay, so next up is Elena. And I'm just checking Elena's what Elena has left. All the spell slots remaining.
Yeah, she hadn't
None of
really
them used. So
She hadn't cast any
lots
spells.
of, yeah, I don't think Elena's actually cast any spells yet. In that case,
She's been casting the cantrip, the cleric cantrip mostly.
yeah, she's been casting Sacred Flame, hasn't she? In
Yeah.
that case, then Elena will step forward 10 feet, and will step here so she can see Zariel, and will also cast Healing Word upon him at level 1 this time. So, Healing Word.
All the healing for Zariel.
5 points. Oh, I thought you still had some health you needed back, Zariel. Are you not at full?
Oh no, I definitely need help. I just have opinions.
And will then cast Sacred Flame at the horrible Hook Horror. So, let me
I'll put GIF in chat real quick. Hold on.
radiant damage. 13 dex save. Hook Horror fails, so 7 damage. The Hook Horror, so a line of flame flashes out from Elena's open, outstretched hands. Her other hand upraised as she shouts a word in Elvish, golden light appearing around her and spiraling upwards in the form of the spirit, very similar to the spirit you saw earlier, before they lash down at you, Zariel, and enter your being, filling you with energy and vitality. Flame streaks across and hits the Hook Horror of the snout, making it rear back in fear and rage as this blazing golden light suffuses its being and starts to burn it from the outside in. Okay. So next up is the little girl. The little girl is going to struggle out of KENARI's hands and is going to run away and hide behind the bed. Actually, she's probably going to hide under the bed. I'm just going to put her there behind you, Lily. Oh yes, of course. Thank you very much, sir, for reminding me. I'll put the radius. Sorry, I'm trying to run a few things quickly.
No worries.
There you go. Or
10 feet.
I need to change the color, don't I?
No, simply 10 feet. It's the right color.
Perfect. Can I make it closer? It's easier to see. All right. Next up is E, who's currently got a rust monster chopped on her arm.
Hold on. Sorry, I had to unmute myself. So yeah, she is just like hiding her face, like I don't know. She's completely terrified of this thing, and suddenly her demeanor just freezes as this sort of like aura of this shadowy aura around her, sort of reminiscent of when you first saw the original show up, and she just sort of stands up and looks, and just she gets all tense and she stands up straight, looks directly at the rust monster, and her eyes go a lot darker than normal, and she has a sort of aura of shadows as she's entering her character. She's entering the find this ability. Under actions, it would be a bonus action to use. Form of Dread. And she gains a temporary hit point pool of activation. Loop. Let's mark that off. Is that working? Did it roll? Did it roll? No, it did not roll.
I didn't see anything.
I'm rolling it right now. Hold on. Can it roll? It's a D10 plus my 12. Oh, there it is. So yeah, I guess I'll use the first one because
Yep.
it took a lot of load. So that's 9 temporary hit points. Unfortunately, it was not the 14. As I gain that many temporary hit points back, as I just have this aura of shadowy fear, and I'm currently immune to the frightened condition. And on each one of my turns, when I do an attack roll, which I'm going to do right now, as I need the, as I peer into the rust monster's very being, I'm going to need to make an intelligence saving throw for me. As I just bore into its, I stare at it with immense terror.
Okay. Just letting everybody know that this is using the undead, unseen arcana.
Unearthed arcana, yeah.
So just letting everybody who's at home know. This is undead, unseen arcana. I believe it's going to be in the new source book that's coming out.
Yeah, there is the undead one.
Yeah, the undead
I haven't seen it yet, but I know there's an undead warlock.
Yeah, there's one coming out in March, if I remember correctly. It's going to be like a new book.
The Van Helsing's Guide to Ravenloft, or
that's right. Guide to
Ravenloft.
Ravenloft. We'll actually get the final form of this then.
Yes.
If we're still
Hopefully
playing,
it'll be
we can always update it.
Yeah, exactly. If we can always update it, yeah.
It's like a College of Spirits bard.
Oh, that one's also cool. Get terrified. Anyways, so let me see what it rolled on the thing. What did it roll for its intelligence saving throw? Okay.
Yeah, so it's going to have to roll. I think isn't it a wisdom saving throw? It says during your turn, you can force it to make a wisdom saving throw, and if the throw fails, it is.
Oh, that's separate. This will you also need to make a wisdom saving throw, but the attack roll, since technically that would be for attack rolls. When I hit a creature with an attack, this is not an attack, this is a saving throw, I think. So I don't know if it applies for the frightened thing. So I would have to do something like that.
I can't see the whole thing. But I'm sorry. I am unaware of this UA very, very much.
Okay, let me just place.
I'm putting it. I've got it here. I've got it in front of me. All I can see is that when you attack, you automatically make a wisdom saving throw. There's nothing about intelligence.
No, I mean the attack I'm doing is Mind Sliver the cantrip, which is an intelligence saving throw. That's
sorry, I didn't know you were doing Mind Sliver. All right, do Mind Sliver then.
Yeah. That's why I'm boring into it. I'm doing the spooky eye thing, and
it has no mind. It is basically a bug. Yes. Okay.
Well, but it's still making a intelligence saving throw.
Go then. Do the attack.
I'll do the thing. If it does not pop in immediately, I'll see. No, it did not pop in immediately, so I have to click the button. There we go. Cast on VTTT. And
so it has to get intelligence saving throw.
There we go.
Not going to be great for it because its intelligence is terrible. Let's roll natural. But
so
it takes 4
has
psychic damage.
Yep, and it has a next. Basically, what happens is like there's sort of like with just the most monotone expression ever. I just sort of stare at it with these voidless eyes, very reminiscent of how I looked when I first showed up. And there's this sort of shadowy aura, and I'm just staring at it, and just this wave of pressure emanates off me as it focuses on this entity. And it takes 4 psychic damage, and the next thing it does, attack roll, saving throw, or it's like a baby.
Well, it's going to explode. So I just want to know how it dies.
It's dead. Okay. So basically, it just gets since it's not my necrotic damage, I'm just going to make it. It essentially just begins to shrivel as this, and just sort of like get crushed by the pressure emanating off of it, off of my stare, as it just sort of like crushes itself, like it sort of like huddles together and just like goes limp, and it just it's crushed under the pressure of it.
Yeah, it gets crushed and sort of implodes upon itself, and just crashes to the ground as this ball of quivering meat.
I realize I'm killing it.
Okay, so do you have anything else you can do?
I do believe I have one more thing I can do. If I'm pretty sure, I'm gonna.
Yeah, you've done your bonus action. You've done your bonus action.
I've done my action and bonus. Yeah, I've done my bonus action and action. But I am going to start walking just with this fear aura around me, sort of thing. This shadowy aura, not really fear aura. I'm just going to walk over towards the hook horror and just just stand next to it more or less, and just casually walk over to it, and
Get hit by ZARRIEL.
I'm gonna get like a flanking position with ZARRIEL. How about that? That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna do that. I just sort of like look at it, and I'm just trying to intimidate it by just being ballsy, I guess, from outside perspective. I don't know.
I was gonna say because otherwise you're walking into this radiant, lashing, like burn.
Yeah.
Light,
I would have avoided that. I would
everybody.
Yes, so I would have just basically walked around it, and just like casually walked in a sort of opposite direction, just sort of like stared up at the whole horror, obviously, with these shadowy tendrils around me, these little shadowy aura. And I just sort of like end my turn there, I believe, because I don't think I can do anything else.
Okay.
I've used my bonus action and action. And now my movement.
So
And now in the flanking position for ZARRIEL.
Okay. Next up is GRUNIX.
Yes, okay. So GRUNIX is going to move up to the hook horror. 5, 10. Can I move through D?
Yeah. Move through your own people. That's fine.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 25. Okay, and he's going to stay there. And he is going to use his action to strike the hook horror with the singing blade. And as he's using the singing blade, he's not actually. It does not look like he's actually swinging the blade, but more that the blade is like guiding him forward.
The sword is letting out this chorus of beautiful voices. It's like it's almost like an overlaid number of voices, like sort of all coming together to create this hymn of battle. Swing it.
Yeah.
Only you can hear the music, by the way. No one else can hear it except for you.
Yeah, but it looks like he's being led by the sword itself. Okay.
Yep. So you have +2 to your attack rolls with this.
Yep. How do I do the damage? Okay.
You get a 26. So
Yeah.
you got a 28. Yeah. So you've already done it already. So that's fine. 26.
You just click on the where it says Tasha's swinging sword underneath the 5 feet. I think that'll do it.
Okay, Tasha's singing sword underneath the 5 feet.
+9 to hit. Wow, that's a lot.
Okay, wait, how do I...
It's just on
you just click the title.
in the chat, in where the chat's at.
Oh, so just say Tasha's singing sword.
Okay, see where it has the thing. You don't have to type it. You just see where you see your thing where you rolled the 26 and it says 5 feet, and then underneath is Tasha's singing sword. Just click on that.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, so
Thank you.
1d6
You're welcome.
+15 in +5 intelligence, +2
Yeah.
mod. Oh, okay. All right. So 12 damage +2 thunder.
Mm-hmm. And
Okay,
then
so-
he... Okay. Please
ahead.
continue. Then as my bonus action, I'll command Boyd to also run towards the hook horror. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Yeah, just here. And he'll also do force empowered rend. Yeah. For 21.
Yeah, that's not damage. That's the hit roll.
Yeah, I know. For 21.
21's going to hit. 21 is going to hit. Do not worry.
And he does 9 force.
All right, so you slash out at the Origami, great trenches its sort of beetle-like shell. It rears back, and as you do, Boyd charges forward and with its fangs tears out a big chunk of its forearm. It's starting to look pretty weak at this point. It's starting to look a bit pained. So let me just check that. And finally, it takes another 14, so it's Um. 9. Okay. All right. Yeah. So it's you. Is that that's GRUNIX's turn then? ZARRIEL, it's your turn, I believe.
Yes. And
You're
ZARRIEL
prone
is
on
going
the
to use
floor.
half his movement, getting up, and then he's going to turn around and quickly and with flanking because so advantage is going to swing. Is going to envelop his blade in a thin veil of energy, similar to the singing blade that he gave to GRUNIX, and cast and strike the creature in front of him with booming blade.
Okay.
17.
17's a hit.
So it takes 13 damage, 9 slashing for radiant, and 1 thunder as it's enveloped in thin sheet of booming energy if it moves. And with that, he's going to end his turn, and Boy, as well as the Hooked Horror and ZARRIEL himself, are going to take 2 points of radiant damage. As well as the tendrils continue to lash out around him, turning everything.
Damage to the boy, 2 more damage to the Hook Horror, and 1 damage to yourself.
Yep, already done with that to myself, and that's my turn. As I continue to taunt the Hooked Horror.
Okay. KENARI. Is going to KENARI's just going to draw her bow, I think, and shoot at the Hook Horror. KENARI will withdraw her bow from her back, but she was storing it. She's going to line up on the Hook Horror and take a shot. Yep, that's a hit. Doing 5 piercing damage. Okay. Next up is the Hook Horror. The Hook Horror is going to... You were the last person to attack it, ZARRIEL.
I did also say that I taunted it.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, it's going to lash out at you.
Sure.
Can Boyd impose disadvantage on the first attack? As a reaction? Since he has this. Yeah.
Yep. So using its reaction to impose disadvantage.
On his
That's
first
fine.
attack.
And so I need to just give myself disadvantage. Here we go. So that's a 15, ZARRIEL.
Miss.
Okay, so it swings out at you and its hook just shears past your head, missing you entirely. The next attack also misses as Boy leaps up and sort of like, almost like shoulder rushes.
No, he
shoulder
just
rushes
bites
Hook Horror.
one of the hooks. Like he bites one
Well,
of the hooks
he
away.
wouldn't bite one of the hooks or he'd probably get eviscerated.
Oh.
You know, it's a giant hook with a massive thing. You could say he sort of grabs the side of the arm and sort of wrestles it back, sort of pulling it back.
Yeah. That probably that.
Okay, Sid, you're up.
All right, so Sid is
By the way,
going
just to let
to.
sorry, Sid. By the way, just to let everybody know, I am leveling up on my villains after this. You guys are just too many layered abilities after layered abilities. It's only going to get worse until 5. So be prepared for a leveled up town or 2 coming up. Just to let you know.
That's fine. I like challenges, so I'm cool with that. Kind of sucks to have like powerful stuff and debuffs and everything just gets crumpled because you're like, well, my debuffs are like pointless. All right, so use my action. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I'm going to use my bonus action and one of my bardic inspirations. He says, if I recall correctly, they said that the Sakura was something from the Underdark when we in the last session. Okay, so he's going to use an Elven curse, which is basically something that's like promising death and destruction to creatures from the Underdark, just because of their ancient feud with the Drow and other creatures from the Underdark and stuff. So you use that, and I'm going to use unsettling words. So I would roll a 1d6. Oh wow, a 1. Nice.
1 from the next saving throw. Okay.
Okay. Well, that
It
kind
looks vaguely disturbed, but not quite enough that it seems to be like slightly pondering your insult, but not so much that its feelings are truly hurt.
And then, as my action, I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers, and there it's just posted in the chat, so you can see what it does.
Thank you very much for doing that. Brilliant.
You're welcome.
Okay, so it must take a DC 14 saving throw, a Wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
Okay, and this is noise, isn't it? It's like so it has a...
he whispers it, and so they hear it. It's like basically like in its mind. So nobody else can. It's just as far as everyone else around.
Great.
So it's just whispering this
because it means it gets affected properly. So normal doesn't get advantage, just because normally sometimes they can be a bit more powerful when they rely on hearing, but not in this case because it is right in its head. So let's just go for a normal saving throw. 11. It takes 8 damage.
Okay, and also because it failed the saving throw, it doesn't get feared, but it does move as far as its speed allows away from me. So that's going to provoke chances for attacks of opportunity for all the creatures within range to attack it.
Just 1 second.
Well, except for Boy, he already used his reaction.
Yeah, it doesn't have a reaction anymore. Wait a minute, it does. It does have a reaction. It hasn't done anything yet. 1 second. It can't move into obviously dangerous ground. It can't move through ZARRIEL. It's too big.
It can push me around, probably.
Technically, yeah, it's kind of trapped in the way you have to push through the Boy.
Yeah, but you need to try and push it to the side. All right. In that case, Ariel, strength check, please. It's just going to try and push you away as it runs through. Okay, it fails. It fails to push ZARRIEL out the way. It will. I will say it provokes an attack of opportunity though from GRUNIX and D if you want to use them.
Lovely. Okay, yes, I would like to. Yeah.
As it's trying to get away, ZARRIEL, you've forced it to stop moving. And it also takes, actually, it tries to move, so it takes moving blade damage, doesn't it?
Yeah, 1 thunder.
Yeah, it takes that 1 damage.
Before we do anything else, this is just why it's so cool. How does this look, ZARRIEL?
Does it die?
So, as it starts to move, basically a singular chord sounds to the room as it basically giant what can be described as a ring of radiant energy simply appears around it and engulfs the upper half in flames as it basically incinerates the upper layer of the monster.
Yep, so there's just this torso and legs sort of like just standing there. The rest of it's incinerated. It falls to the ground, completely just slumped to the ground, dead. Well done, everyone. You have managed to defeat the Hook Horror and the Rust Monster. So happily let loose by our child in the group.
Speaking of child,
Did not know better. So we're going to clear the list, and we are going to come out of combat. We're no longer in initiative order.
Question. Can I just continuously cast Toll the Dead on it, just to like make it rot into just be a rotting corpse even more? Just the torso, or...
Well, it's already a dead body, so I mean, you're just literally mangling. You can mangle it if you want. That's
yeah,
fine.
more or less like it would be like shadows being tearing into it, more or less.
All right, so disturbing shadows start lashing out of D, just tearing what's left of the monster into spattered gore on the floor.
Can GRUNIX stop D from mutilating the corpse?
You can. Well, she's already doing it. You can stop her if you want.
She's already doing it.
Can I stop her from continuing?
How do you stop her?
That's a very good question.
GRUNIX will go up to D and he will say, "Can you please stop mutilating a corpse? It's already dead."
Let me roll something for her, because the way I'm flavoring her,
You don't need to do it. You don't need to do it randomly. You can just, because I mean, it is your character. You can just decide how you think.
She would more or less not hear you, but if you're trying to actually reach out to her, I would probably roll a wisdom save, just for my sake, just so I can realistically play this out.
That's your choice. That's your choice.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a wisdom save because you're trying to reach out, pull her out of this.
All right, but it's an easy one, so just say 10 because you are literally just random.
That works. That works.
There you go.
Yeah, that works. So the shadows begin as you sort of call out to her. The shadows sort of recede as the shadows stop lashing, and the form of dread fades. She no longer emanates that pressure, no longer emanates those shadows, and she just sort of slowly looks around, she looks confused. She looks very confused. If she had eyes, they'd be very what they would be confused. They're confused eyes, but she doesn't have any. So, what happened? I remember. What's going on? Looks up at you.
GRUNIX will comfort her and say, "Don't worry, we all make mistakes," and just pat her shoulder.
What did I do? She generally does not remember anything of what happened during the Form of Dread.
Yes, but make sure you don't do this again. And
What did I do?
And I point at the corpse that she mutilated. That GRUNIX points at the corpse that mutilated.
She just sort of blinks. She can't blink. She just sort of stares at the corpse, the rotting, mutilated lower torso. And with sort of mouth agape, I'm like, I did that?
Yes, you did.
She just steps back a bit, and she's going to move away from you a bit.
Lily, while this is all happening, Lily, while all this is happening, you can see under the bed this because basically don't forget that the mattress was completely torn through, and so it's kind of just like an empty frame. This pair of feet sort of sticking out underneath the bed. This young girl, sort of hiding, shivering. She hears the sounds of battle starts to die down, and she sort of looks out, and she sort of just peeks up from underneath and sees you sort of standing on the bed where you've been casting your magic. Elena sort of leans down towards her and looks and helps her out, and sort of looks, "The monster's gone. The monster's gone."
Lily will nod to the girl without saying a word for obvious reasons.
She looks around. She says, "Where's mother? Where's father? I was in the tent with everyone, and then there was beautiful music, and we were all dancing and singing, and we entered into this magical sort of room. It was absolutely beautiful, and these lovely ladies were there, and then one took me aside. and I got to meet Kira herself. Kira, she looked at me and she ran her fingers through my hair and said it was the most beautiful hair she'd ever seen. And then she brought me to the side, and that's the last thing that I can remember. Next thing I know, I'm here. Mother's gone, father's gone, and all these strangers are here. What's going on?
I guess D would just walk up to her and say, "What's a mom?"
Ah, what's wrong with your eye? She has no eyes. Help! Help! I lost
She
her.
just sort of like
She's
just sort of like pats her eyes. Is there a mirror nearby this area?
There is a mirror nearby in this area.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly look at that.
It was kind of broken by Lily.
No, only a little bit
Okay.
was broken off.
Yeah.
It wasn't completely destroyed. Only a little bit was broken off of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go walk
I know
over
because
to
I
her.
know because I know. I kept a record of how damaged it was. Okay,
Like, she just
I
wants to
need
go
you to take. You look into the mirror. I need you to take a charisma saving throw, please.
Lovely. I know. I out of character. I know what this is up, but she does not. She is confused why she thinks she's a normal girl. So, just a charisma save. Okay. That would be that. If it would roll, please. There we go.
Okay,
11.
that's a failure.
I'm gonna add a card. I'm gonna add a card.
You have to use it before I say it fails. Sorry.
You didn't let me.
I'm
You just
sorry.
said
I'm
that.
sorry. I'm sorry. I know next time I'll give you more space, but I need to. I'm sorry. That is a fail.
Okay.
So as you look into the mirror, you can see your eyes, and really the mirror does not have to do much. They basically start to warp into these large pits, and from within you can see like screaming flames start to engulf your face. I need
like
you
I'm
to.
feeling in the stomach.
You are going to suffer some short-term madness again.
Lovely.
You get a madness point again.
Lovely. This is perfect. I just wanted to look at my eyes. It probably would have done the same thing, but she doesn't actually know that she doesn't have eyes at this moment in time. This probably would have happened eventually.
I need you to roll. You can roll it. Roll a d100 for me, please.
Okay. I have to roll that on the roll 20 at portion. D100.
There is a dice. Yep, you can just roll the d100.
Yep, the dice and the click. Rolling dice. Rolling dice. 5.
Yep, you retreat into your mind and become paralyzed.
Yeah, I just freeze.
So basically, you curl up into a ball on the ground for 5 minutes. So you're going to be incapacitated for 5 minutes. So you see D walk over to the mirror and just stare, and then sort of curl up into a little ball on the ground and start rocking.
Yeah.
Does GRUNIX see all of this? Oh, sorry.
Well, you
No,
know,
you go
yes,
first.
would see it.
Wait, did GRUNIX see all of this?
I believe he said yes, you would see it.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay. Can GRUNIX make an intelligence check or something to like?
You can make an insight check.
Yeah, can he make an insight check
Go ahead.
on like what's wrong with her? Insight. 4. I don't know at all what's wrong with her.
Yeah, you have no clue. She's not really giving enough signs for you to follow. It seems like there's it seems like she's just within herself and completely shut down. There's no like emotional cues for you to follow.
Did GRUNIX see the little girl like yelp in fear as like and say like, oh, she doesn't have
Yeah, you would have
eyes?
seen that. Yep.
Okay.
You're in the room. You would have seen all of that, unless you say you weren't paying attention to it.
Okay, can GRUNIX make sunglasses?
You can. I would say something like that. You possibly could if you had the right materials, but you'd also need like an artificer's bench or a tinkerer's bench or something to work with. You can't just you can't sit down in the middle of the floor and start building.
Yeah, of course. But he
I think probably make some glasses of some kind, but you would need to get with the right location and buy the right materials because you need proper cut glasses, the lenses. Not just like something you can make in the field.
Okay, good. Later.
If you have like tinkerer's tools and all that sort of stuff, I'd say you'd need to go and spend some time in some downtime making them.
Okay.
I go over and put a hand on the girl's shoulder and just look her in the eyes. There were some bad people, and we had to take care of them. The monsters were some of them. We're going to rest here a bit, as we're a little bruised. If you need something, we're going to be here for you, for the time being. And then he waits for a response. If any.
Okay. Alright. So, little girl is sort of she seems calmer now that you're all sort of surrounding her. She seems to be a little bit, she's looking around and she sort of looks up at you, ZARRIEL, with your sort of cracked sort of skin and the lights sort of burning through and all those lovely aesthetic qualities that your lineage gives you. You're not horrifying, but you're definitely very different to what she's used to seeing in a little town. She sort of, Lily's not talking, and the only one that she can sort of see is sort of like the one who probably looks sort of the closest to what she's used to is you, SIDARIAN. So she sort of moves over towards you and just like sort of tries to hide in your shadow a little bit, sort of like around you. She's like, you're also, where do you come from? Can you help me get back to my parents?
Absolutely. And Sid kind of puts his arm like over her shoulder, or like his hand on her shoulder, and kind of draws her in close, so she feels a little more comfortable, like she's protected. You said before that Kiera was stroking your hair and speaking to you, and then your parents were gone, and you don't know what happened?
She said my hair was so pretty and so unusual. She's got bright red hair. Beautiful long red hair. And very she's very young. She's only about, let me just check, I have her age written down here. She is behind the curtain. She's only about 13 years old, but she's got a long. She's older than you. She's older than D. How D appears. And she's got long, beautiful red hair. And she is very sort of cherubic looking, very sort of dainty, and wearing her best clothing because she was going out to this night out with her family, a big event, and so she's very she seems very sort of delicate and frail, and sort of a little bit unnerved, well, very unnerved to be where she is. She sort of turns, she says, my brother, he wouldn't come in with us. We left him outside. I haven't seen him either, and I haven't seen him since the dancing.
Is your brother afraid of clowns?
Oh, he's terrified. He's such a baby.
That's funny. I actually saw your brother before I came down here. I spoke to him.
Is he all right?
He's safe. I left him with some friends at the tavern. They'll guard him and protect him. I swear on my life, I will get you out of this place.
Oh, thank you.
Do you remember? Just a moment. I need. Do you remember where you were when Kiera was stroking your hair and telling it how beautiful it was before you didn't know what was happening?
Yes, it was through a big door, a really big door made out of metal. And we came through the door, and there was all this dancing and cheering, and there was lovely gnome women who spoke to us, and the weird thing with her hands, and then she sort of reaches up into the air like she's kind of plucking at strings. And then I felt so happy, and we went. And I was going down this doorway. It looked like a smiling face, and then that's when Kira asked her to speak to wanted to speak to me herself, and then I was taken over to her, and that's the last thing I remember.
And when you went through the store, and was it from her cart, and there was a wagon she traveled in, and some stairs? Did you?
I think so. I think so. I remember it being very pretty.
And did you go down with other people, with your parents, maybe?
It's very fuzzy. I don't remember a lot, but I do remember we were all dancing. Yes, there was a like a long hallway. We went up and down and up again, and then we ended up in the room where Kara was waiting for us.
All right. I know my companions are a little strange.
There's a dragon over there.
Well, yeah. I mean, she's. Don't let her gruff demeanor fool you.
She doesn't like me. She's growling at me.
She doesn't like anyone. It's okay. But I'll make sure she doesn't hurt you.
She has a goat.
Yeah, the watch out for the goat. The goat might eat your dress and sometimes butts people with their head. But the goat's a good goat, so it's okay.
And there's a smelly little man over there with a dog.
Yeah, he's a little strange, and the dog's a little strange too. But it's okay. I promise, no one here that I'm with will hurt you. We'll get you safely out of here.
GRUNIX starts crying.
Sorry, you do have very low charisma.
Yeah, but he starts crying anyway.
Yes, yeah. Tears. The child has been mean to him.
This is why GRUNIX wears the. This is why GRUNIX wears the mask.
I think I didn't mean. I hurt his feelings. I think.
Yeah, it's just tell him something nice. Just tell him his dog is. Good one.
And the mask is very, very cool.
GRUNIX cries harder, knowing it's half-hearted compliments.
It made him feel even bad.
It's okay. Just
bad feelings. And the man this man here, she points at you, Sarah. His face is cracked.
Yeah, he got hit with the frying pan really hard. It's okay. Just
I hit my brother with a frying pan hard once. Didn't make his face crack. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm sorry someone hit you with a frying pan so hard, mister.
It would have been better if it was that way. But alas, I don't have that luck.
And who took the girl's eyes?
I'm still trying to work that one out. I don't know.
A monster.
Maybe. We found her in here. We found her in here and took her with us to take her out safely too. Okay. So
where are we going? If we're going safely, are we going back outside?
That's what we're trying to find our way to. There's the way back. The way we came is cut off, so we have to go forward. I know it's terrifying. I know it's scary, but we'll protect you, and we'll find a way for you and anybody else we can rescue from down here. We'll get them out. This is what I do.
Okay, I trust you. I think. Roll a persuasion check. You can be charisma, like. Yep.
Advantage?
She trusts you. She's got big eyes looking up at you. Hero worship. Sid.
It hasn't been 5 minutes yet.
Big eyes sort of looking up and sort of like, someone's going to protect me. Can they get me out of here? Then looks over at you, Zariel. Looks at the light through your face, and it's like, and other people too. If I hide behind them, then maybe I'll be okay. But I love that. You got persuasion. Cannot get lower than 10. Love it. Okay, so I'm going to. So the little girl is now in your care. So you can tell her to stay here. She'll stay here and hide under the bed. That's what you wanted to do for the time being.
Let's rest for an hour. We really need to get some air into our lungs back.
Yeah. Does everyone want to take a short rest?
Yeah.
Yeah, and can GRUNIX just repair boy?
You can spend some time mending boy. Yeah, that's fine. And D, you sort of start to come out of your sort of self introspection, your little internal lockdown, and slowly come back to yourself.
So I still am trying to come to grips with the fact I don't have any eyes. It's just void-filled eye sockets. So I'm just gonna look away from my reflection and just sort of like walk over, just a little dejected, walk over towards the rest of the group and just sort of like sit down on the bed. Just sit down on the bed.
The bed. Just so you know, the bed is not that comfortable because it is literally just like a water bed that the water's escaped. You know, spirits like the water inside. So it's just like this flat mattress.
Is it big enough to where I can just sort of sit on it and just have my feet touching the ground?
Yeah, I mean it's quite low down. It's kind of like one of those sort of lower beds.
Okay.
Like the leg.
Yeah, I would just sort of sit on that and just sort of like stare off into space like, I have no eyes. What happened to my eyes? Do I always have eyes? She's just sort of muttering that every now and then. Just sort of staring in the corner. She's just processing. And that's kind of what she's going to be doing for her short rest. I guess. More or less. Unless anyone wants to interact with her.
Okay.
Sid is going to sit on the bed, and he has a flute, and he's going to play the flute, just play music. A flute. Sorry, he has a flute.
What sort of song?
Just a soothing kind of peaceful melody. It's just something
so My Heart Will Go On.
Sure. I'm more of a punk and metal person. So
okay.
Industrial.
The Titanic theme plays. Got it. Okay.
No, I hate that song.
Oh yeah.
That's My Heart Will Go On.
I guess could I? Well, I guess I'd have to attune to the lyre that I got, Maestro. So I guess I probably couldn't play the Song of Rest.
First of all, you need to figure out what it does.
He can attune. Can he attune to it without knowing what it does? If it's cursed, it's just.
No, if you look at attunement, it says you actually have to know you actually spend some time finding out what the item does.
Google
I'm gonna save that for later.
So you can spend a short rest. If you're doing you can spend a short rest to learn an item's properties. And but it can't be the same short rest in which you attune to it.
Okay. Learn something.
Someone could identify it, and then
I could do that.
Then you could attune to it.
If you do ask D, you did notice that when she was looking at the teacup, she sort of looked like she was casting a magic spell, which sort of looks similar to Timus's magic circle, but all black and red circle of Identify.
Okay, Sid's gonna take out the lyre and say, I found this. It hurt me to play it, and I'm not exactly sure the properties of it. I know what it is. It's a lyre called Maestro, and it's a very special item. Is there anyone here that can identify it better for me? While you're doing that, I'll play a soothing melody to help us regain our morale.
He just sort of raises her hand as she looks up at you with her just dejected expression. I think I can help with that.
He takes it out of where he hid it away in his pack. All right. I'm going to give this to you for the moment to look at it, and then return it to me when you figure out what it does.
She sort of slowly nods at that. She looks completely... She looks like she's processing things. But yeah, she takes it, and you just see her almost with her eyes begin to glow. This her void eyes begin to like fill a little bit more with more blackness, and she just starts to draw this magic circle in the midair, almost out of reflex. As she draws a circle for identify ritual cast. It'll take 10 minutes, 11 minutes.
Okay, while you're doing this, is anybody else doing anything else before I explain what Maestro does?
Also, just to let everyone know, since D is doing that, I'm using the Song of Rest. That's why I'm playing the melody. So anyone that has used a hit dice to regain hit points, you can roll an extra 1d6 to get that many extra hit points.
For each die?
For each, yeah.
Okay, then. Let me go back.
Oh wait, no, it's not for each die. It's just for spending one or more hit dice. Each of those creatures regains an extra 1d6.
So you're a d6 top me off. Thanks.
Yep.
I need to. Okay. Little girl is just sort of like watching you, like passing instruments back and forth, playing your instrument, sitting down. Lily, what are you doing while this is going on?
Just kind of find a spot in the corner and meditate for the time, taking that short rest.
Okay. KENARI's going to be sort of on watch while you're doing this. And Elena probably will be sort of sitting, just checking the girl over and making sure that she's not injured or hurt.
Actually, yes, ZARRIEL will be doing something in those hours. He will be figuring out, he will give the ring to identify as well. And another thingamajig, it was a ring and another thingamajig, but I don't remember what the second thing was. I wrote potion.
Well, yeah, I could look at anything and just see if it's magical or not. Because I just have a radius of detect magic constantly up.
Okay.
Via my eyes.
Are the ring and potion magical, D? If you can tell me.
First,
Would I know
well,
that?
you know,
We first would be 11 minutes. Yeah, I'm just requesting for 11 minutes, but after that I can tell you.
Okay, so I'm going to explain so after the 11 minutes have passed, I'm going to explain what Maestro does. Okay? So, and I'm going to give you like a ticket so you'll be able to see what it does as well. So don't worry about writing this down. So Maestro is, it can be used as your spellcasting focus if you are a bard. And you have to be attuned to it. You gain +1 to magical attack rolls while using it as your spellcasting focus. Anybody who is not attuned to it will take psychic damage. And it has several spells that are bound to it. You can use an action to play one of its spells, and once it's been used, you can't cast a spell. You can't use it to cast a spell again until the next dawn. The spells will use your spellcasting ability, your spell save, and the spells are Alter Self, Comprehend Languages, Fly, Levitate, Magic Mouth, and Misty Step.
Not bad.
When you use the instrument to cast a spell that causes a target to become charmed, on a failed saving throw, the target will have disadvantage on that saving throw.
That's very good.
Okay, so I'm going to give this to you now.
She's just sort of muttering all the details as they come to her.
Okay, so it should be in. I'm going to give it to you in your journal, okay? All right, you should be able to see it in your journal, Maestro.
Oh, nice.
I'm just
Okay.
muttering the details of the spell. Item.
All right, and I will allow you to use the final 45 minutes or so to attune the item if you wish. You have to spend the next 45 minutes just sitting down studying Maestro.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna use the final 5 minutes to attune to it.
Yeah, I hand it back to you.
Okay, cool. And as for the so you wanted to ask D whether the ring was and the potions were magical.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah, I can just look at them and see if they are. Also,
Yeah, they both have an aura of magic.
What school?
Would you be able to identify them for me?
Well, yeah. Before I do, I would like to know what school of magic, and then I'll just identify.
Okay.
I like transmutation, necromancy, evocation. What?
Okay, so the ring has a transmutation aura to it. Changeable, malleable aura that seems to shift and swirl around it. The potion. One second again. I have it written down, but I forgot to write it down here. Also has a transmutation aura around it.
Yeah, I'll identify the ring first, and then the other one.
All right. So,
I'll take 22 minutes to identify both.
Okay. Is anybody, before we do that and sort of end the short rest, does anybody want to do anything else?
That would be if we're ending it after the identify, it'd be 33 minutes.
Okay. Well, I'm going to put this in the I'm going to put these in the group so you can see them. Okay.
Sure.
Got it.
Okay. So the first, the potion is a potion of climbing. You gain climbing speed equal to your walk speed for 1 hour. It will give you advantage on athletics checks made to climb. Okay.
Okay.
So I will put this in all players' journals, since it's technically a group potion, so someone uses it. The ring is a ring of feather falling. When you fall while wearing this ring, you descend 60 feet per round and take no damage from falling. Okay,
I just want to mutter the effects of both while doing the spell.
I'm just going to put again in. Does anybody know who would like the ring, so I can give them the ring?
After hearing that, and do we know what Sid's what spell Sid's weapon contains? Sid's instrument contains?
Unless you guys decided to that, no, because unless I think you've already heard the explaining it, unless you weren't listening.
Yeah, I was basically muttering each individual ability.
Yeah, I turned to Sid. You said, they said that your weapon could cast fly on a person, correct?
Yes, I believe so. I don't know if it can cast it on multiple people.
My question is that this ring can prevent the fall of any one of us if you think you will be using, if you are using this spell, if you're going to be using a specific person, we should give them this ring, because it's going to be a bad day if they fall out of the sky.
True. So, I mean, deciding who I would cast fly on or levitate, it's gonna depend on the situation. There won't be one particular person unless, I don't know, maybe KENARI? I mean, she does have the bow.
You guys already have a weighted 5, and you've never used it.
There is a reason we've never used it, because we couldn't have. There is a reason we've never used it, and you don't know well why. Also, we have not had top places to go to. That's another point. When we do, we're going to use it.
Hold on, I have to be right back.
Sure.
Sorry, if people who are new to the group, we have a magic broomstick in the group, but unfortunately, it takes 5 minutes running up and down to use it. It's like a hobby horse. You have to actually get it started. It's like a car that won't start.
Let's give the ring to KENARI. She is the one that can utilize most enhancing spells most effectively of all of us.
Okay. I'll put the ring of feather falling in KENARI's thing. Everybody agrees?
Actually, Dee would raise her hand real quick and just sort of say with like a little innocent express, like really innocently, because she's curious about this. What does it feel like to fly? Is it fun?
The other little girl like perks up as well and goes, "You can fly?"
Apparently, he has the ability to cast the spell Fly, which will give one of us the ability.
I've never flown before, so I don't know. If we get out of here, I'll cast Fly on you. I'll take you flying.
Only if we can. My mama had better be there too, because she won't let me fly without her permission.
Okay, if we'll find your mom and then you'll fly. I might have to carry you and fly. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Okay. Well, there we go, guys. That's your short rest.
Lovely. Okay.
Right. There is you're currently sort of all gathered together again. In the room. There is Lily has changed shape again. It appears.
Nobody was paying attention.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that because I know it's your lovely thing you do. I apologize. I just realized I saw the token.
No, that's all right. Everybody was focused on identifying, and Lily in the corner suddenly looks different.
Who are you?
Little girls up there going, "Who's the new lady?"
Yeah, that's same with Dee. She's like very confused. My neck is.
So to the if you remember, so to the left, the western side of the room, you can see there is the entrance you came in, leading back to the other leading back to the room where you met the memory demon. You remember there being another doorway which led off on the opposite side of the room. And then to your north, there is another doorway, which seems to lead to somewhere else. What would you like to do?
Shall we look into what was in the other side in the room that creature had held us? Or shall we check this room, this door that is right next to us? I would prefer to go back.
Can Dee sense any more magical auras around this thing, like 30 feet around her?
Well, yeah, I mean, the whole room is full of magic. There's the little statues that are sort of building themselves. All of the little towns they're magical. Well, they're the ones that are the one that isn't moving. The ones that aren't moving are all inert. There's no magical auras coming from them anymore, except for like maybe a faint hint of past magic use. The one that's being built is transmutation magic. As sort of as everything's sort of like growing and sort of building and connecting together. Other than that, you guys seem to have kind of picked the room clean. There's most of the magic aura seems to be coming from your persons.
Okay, got it.
The only thing which is not there is there is and yes, remember the teacup is not magic.
Yeah, I remember. I tried to identify that. So yeah, I would do either the doors the door that we came through. I just start walking towards the door entrance that we came through to see if the hallway. How long is the hallway for like the door that we came in through?
They're more like portals. You walk through one door and you enter in a new location, but you can't kind of see where you're going through until it's kind of like almost like a shimmering curtain.
So that's definitely magical. So I would definitely notice that. Oh,
I apologize. No, the doors aren't like a shimmering curtain. They kind of look like a big smiley face with an open mouth.
Oh,
there's
okay.
Like
so there's
but there's kind of like the veil of death, like from Harry Potter, that sort of shimmering curtain between each.
Okay, so Dee's probably gonna like point gesture for the one we came through. Where you said that there was another door, the one that we came through earlier. I was kind of out of it. What other door was there? I'm curious.
I don't know. We didn't go through it. I mean, I guess that we
Let's check.
should.
Let's check that one first.
Little girl
Before-
looks up and says, "Do you want me to come with you, or shall I hide under the bed?"
Don't worry, I'll protect you. And I just give her like a warm smile, and it's really unnerving because I don't have eyes. I'm trying.
The other girl's she shies back and hides behind you, Sid, and goes, the girl's got weird eyes.
She just sort of looks dejected, and she just looks down and just starts poking her, like twiddling her thumbs and stuff. Like, oh, she looks sad.
Okay, so are you going back or going north? I need a decision, guys.
Back.
We're going back.
I'll follow.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like to go back.
Yep. So what was that, Adam?
No, I'll follow them back. So
You want to go back? Okay.
Yeah.
Lily
Fine.
will look a little confused, but follow the group.
Okay. KENARI and Elena will also fall in line with the rest of the group. Okay. So we're going to go to the. Sorry, I need to jump rooms. We're going to go back to this room here. And I need to bring the girl once. Pictures. There are too many pictures. Actually, one. You know what I can do? I can cheat. Lost that token for the girl, but I can find it again. No problem. I just go back. You. So when I go back over here, I can just paste her. There she is. So heading back towards, you head back into the room. It's empty again. There's nobody sitting on the chair. KENARI scowls as she walks through the room, her head held low, shooting a venomous look at the chair and then looking around confused as if not quite understanding why she's so angry, but knowing that she is. All of you can sort of feel a deep-seated, unnerving feeling. The actual sense of the demon is no longer there, but but you all feel unnerved by this room where you all lost something quite precious to you. And you pass through the other door on the opposite side. You see.
Oh, wonderful.
Let's take a break right here, and let's come back after 10 minutes, please.
Yep, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
You walk into a room full of horrors, and we'll explain what you see as you enter in the next segment of our session today. 10-minute break, guys, and we'll be right back.
cool.
See you soon. Okay, here we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the second part of today's episode of the Meeple Palace's Curse of Strahd Aviendahl campaign. We spent the last half of the session in intense debate after an interaction with a hook horror and a rust devil, and we have rescued a little girl who has lovely red hair and hero worships SIDARIAN at this point and is following you around. You decided instead of moving to the north, you were going to go back and check out the room you hadn't yet seen in this room, and this is what you see. So this is the entrance. If you could please put your tokens. And KENARI. And just KENARI and Elena. And I'm sorry, I will sort it out in a minute. We might want to meet, so don't worry about Mickey. I'm going to move something. But you can't stand in there, Xanni. That is, I'll explain. Oh, sorry, I just made you minute because you moved at the same time. I was trying to shrink you down. I just can't shrink on you. Okay, I'm just trying to make the characters a bit more manageable on the map. Lovely. And GRUNIX, we need to bring Boy in, don't we?
I can't seem to bring.
No, I know. I don't know why. It should be in your thing. For some reason, it's not letting you do it. Yep, here we go.
Yeah.
There's Boy. All right. So, as you enter into the room, this is what you see, and I'm going to change the music a little bit. Should be. Lovely. Okay. I need to just get to the right room. And yeah. Floors and the ceiling writhe. They pulse. They gurgle. They breathe. A closer inspection reveals the floor is a mass of tentacles. Dominating the center of the room is a tentacled mass sitting between two large cages. The villagers within one, towards the left, scream in terror, while the others mumble incoherently to themselves. They are broken shells of their former selves. A mass of tentacles stoops over one of the cages. It has just popped the arm of a screaming woman and shoved one of its own dislocated tentacles into the socket where the arm used to be. I would also like everybody to take a wisdom saving throw, please, at seeing this horrific sight.
Let's see.
Need to do KENARI.
I will use my Cardiac Inspiration for this.
And I need to do Elena.
I would also like to use Cardiac on mine if it rolls, actually.
Okay.
Give me a second to let it roll.
Right.
Yeah, never mind. I don't need to use my Cardiac. I thought I needed to, but I don't anymore.
So ZARRIEL, I need you
Question: did I fail?
I can't, well,
Yeah.
If I failed, I'm going to do something. If I failed,
yes, you failed.
I'm using my favorite by the gods.
Mhm.
As it recharges on a short rest. 6 extra. That's 16.
Okay, all right. So you all, for a moment, all, you all seem to sort of pull through. Want me to leave this? There you go. And you all seem to pull through, except ZARRIEL, you seem to waver for a moment. This is a scene from your nightmares, but but you managed to pull yourself together through the strength of Amina that surges through you.
That's my own divine blood. She has not.
Well, you're still related. So in this case, I need to actually check for the girl. See what she does. She rolls a natural 1. Okay, so in that case, she's going to roll a D100. Well, I don't know, but you all said that she should come with you because you're going to protect her.
One of us said that. I don't remember who.
A 9. Okay, so basically, the girl lets out a scream and goes catatonic. She just falls to the ground, shivering, mumbling to herself. And so she's.
I just still look at her as she falls to the ground with a confused expression. What's wrong?
Can't answer you. She's You can see she's completely out.
I know, but yeah, I know. That's the point.
I know. I'm just saying she's completely gone glassy, and also she's going to get a madness point.
I was like, what's wrong? I just look back at the thing, look back at her, look back at the thing. What's the big deal?
Okay. Yeah. So the creature is sort of looking. So the creature is sort of. It's not really paying that much attention to you. Just looks over at you. And looks over at you and sort of like reaches down to take another villager. Villagers, you can see in this group over here, they all look over at you and they start sort of screaming, "Help! Help! Help! This monster! Look what she's doing!" And this man now he's lifted into the air, and one of his legs is ripped from its socket, and ripped from its socket, and this tentacle is sort of like pulled from the creature and pushed into its place. She places the man into the other cage with the broken, mumbling individuals, and fix the leg onto the side of its body. The leg just sort of sits, sort of like hangs there. You can see there's multiple sort of limbs, sort of like hanging off the body, where the creature is just placing the limbs to replace the tentacle.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Does the creature look hostile towards us? You said he's just not paying us any mind, you said?
Not really. It just seems to be. Occupied with what it's doing. It looks up. And it looks up and sort of around you. It doesn't seem to have like too much in the way of sort of eyes. It seems to be sort of like a mass of tentacles, really. It just it seems to sort of notice you, but doesn't seem to be paying that much attention. It sort of like reaches down for another body.
Question. Can I just try to... It doesn't have eyes, right? So, Pepper wouldn't do anything. I'm just wondering,
Not that you can see.
Yeah, okay. As far, like, the people who are screaming for help, are they in a cage?
Yes, they're in the cage over here.
I'm just gonna start walking towards them. Just like, okay, I'll help you.
Take a dexterity saving throw as you're walking over a mat of tentacles.
Oh, yeah, sure. That makes sense. I didn't. I mean, like, yeah.
It's very hard going. The entire floor is made up of this writhing mass of tentacles. It's kind of like trying to.
I think I missed that bit.
But sort of covered.
I would like to use a Karnak if I can. If this does not fail, I would like to use Karnak.
Well, you have to tell me if you want to use it before I tell you if it fails or not.
Yeah, I'll save it because a 19 probably will be doing well. I'm automatically keep on saying
You manage to sort of pull your way through the mass of tentacles. You find sort of more stable areas to stand. Put down your feet more carefully, and manage to make your way slowly towards the cage on the other side.
Yeah. Question: what is the cage made of? Is it made of tentacles? Is it made of metal? What is it made of?
The cage, it's sort of like a metal cage.
Okay.
It's a metal bars, sort of around.
Okay.
As they sort of see you walking towards them, one of the villagers, young halfling, sort of looks over you and goes, "What's a child doing here?" And then reels back as he sort of sees your face. "Oh, it's another one of them horrors." So like you can also see in there. There's also like one of them sort of comes forward and he goes. You people at the back. You can probably see there's the same halfling that greeted you in the bar. Is there? He's sort of huddled at the back with his fine coat torn and damaged. Seems to be sort of sitting in the corner, mumbling to himself.
Yeah. As soon as she says here's the word horrors, she just sort of pouts and puffs up her cheeks and just like puts her hands on her hips like, "I'm not a horror. I'm just a regular little girl." Just sort of pouts.
Take another dexterity saving throw, please.
That's fine. As I'm probably going to get yeeted. Can I check to see what I rolled before I add Karnak?
Actually, ZARRIEL, you have to take a dexterity saving throw as well.
Okay. I'm going to add Karnak to this one though.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm adding a 10. It looks like.
What did you get? What was your
card?
I have
it was a 10 of the clubs.
Okay, so you got 10, so you got 23. Okay, so you see you see these two tentacles that sort of like stream out from the body of the mass sort of in the center of the room. And sort of lash out at you blindly. It doesn't seem to be. It just seems sort of like be sort of probing around. You easily dodge out of the way of the tentacles. They don't come anywhere near you. And ZARRIEL, you as well. They don't come anywhere near you.
So they look like they're feeling for stuff to grab, and I just happen to avoid it. Did it look like it was trying to go for me specifically because I was in its radius?
Insight.
Okay. Because I'll change what my attitude is here. One, I check. Okay.
Yeah, it seems to be the body language doesn't seem to be fueled by intent.
Well, I think I can't hear you right now with my headphones.
Please give me a second. I have to reconnect. Sorry.
It's okay.
What? Sorry,
so the people are all sitting there going, "Oh, but it's madness! This creature's going to take our arms, he's going to take our legs." It's like you can see the people who are standing in the cage next to you, sort of like sobbing to themselves, clutching their limbs where they used to have arms and legs, and they've got writhing tentacles which seem to be sort of like questing and moving around of their own volition. As a little girl is going to come out of her madness about this. She only had 2 things.
So I missed what you were telling me about the tentacles.
I said with your insight, you can see that they don't seem to be moving with intent. It's kind of like just blindly feel
Okay, got it.
almost instinctual.
I like turn back to the party. I say we deal with this thing now, and I presume it can hear me, but I'm not sure. But I presume it cannot understand me, so that's why I'm talking. Let's deal with this thing now. If things prove rough, we're going to run. It's short.
Can I go up to ZARRIEL?
Uh, GRUNIX, I don't hear you, or at least barely.
Can you turn up your mic a little bit? You're a little bit low.
Oh, sorry. Can I go up to ZARRIEL?
It became even lower. Yeah, touch up your mic a little bit. Something has been.
Wait, let me.
Can you turn up his volume for yourself on Discord?
I have him at 200%. I can barely hear him.
Yeah, same.
Okay, wait. Let me try offing and oning again. Wait, just give me like 5 seconds. Okay, and just going down.
The first catch was good.
Oh, darn it. KENARI. I just closed KENARI's. And KENARI's got her bow out. It's just sort of standing there to just say, looks over at you, ZARRIEL, as if to say, Mark.
We're waiting for GRUNIX, otherwise.
Yeah, can you hear me now? Sorry.
No, same as
You're
before.
very low, I'm afraid, but we can kind of hear you if we're all quiet, but
yeah,
you are very, very, very quiet.
This is a problem.
We can barely hear you.
Did you barely hear me during the rest of the stream?
No, you were fine but you were quite good in the beginning, but you'd gone really
beginning
quiet.
you were good, but now it's just like you were very, very soft. It's like your mic volume got turned down all the way. Check Discord settings.
Let me check.
It's getting quieter.
Maybe maybe it's on your headset or whatever device you're using.
Yeah.
Is there like a switch?
Oh, nice.
I don't know. We can very soft.
While that's going on and GRUNIX, you're trying to sort that out. One of the little girl is going to look up and see one of the people in the cage, and she dashes over to the cage. And Mama. There's a woman there within the cage. She is missing one of her arms. It's been replaced by a right, which is moving around. Her left arm has been replaced. Sort of sitting in the corner of the cage, weeping to herself. Her dark red hair streaked with grey, wearing a fine dress, a sort of evening dress. She sees the young girl. None of you of whom asked her name, by the way, just to let you know. The young girl is just young girl number one for you. And reaches for her. Tabitha, it's you. And then the tentacle lashes out like of its own accord, almost to try and grab at Tabitha's face. And the woman screams and grabs back the tentacle with her other arm and just starts to sob all the more. Get out of here! It's too dangerous! Escape! Get out! She's just, Mama, please. They're here to help.
Question: how big are each squares? Each of the squares in
5 feet each.
Okay, so the in between the cages, they're sort of like a 50. They're 10 foot apart. You said it looks like.
The cages are 10 feet apart. Yes.
So, hypothetically here, If I placed a shatter right on top of the tentacle monster, would that hit both of the cage walls?
Let me think.
Dealing damage to both of the cages. Because shatter, I believe, is 20.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's a 10-foot radius centered on the point, but you'd also probably catch some of the villagers as well.
Yeah, I would. That's what I'm worried about.
You would definitely hit the cage, but you'd also hit some of the villagers on the inside.
It would hit good half of the cage. How packed tightly are the cages?
Okay, roll a perception check.
Okay, I'll roll perception. Perception.
I mean, the cages
No.
seem to be pretty solidly made from what you can see. One thing you can see, there is a door in each of the cages.
Okay.
I think even with an
notice
8
that.
perception, you'd see the door.
Okay.
One of the doors is here. Let me just put.
Okay.
Yeah. And one of the doors is out. Is one of the doors is where ZARRIEL is.
Okay. Good to know. There's actual doors. They're made of metal, you said, the cages?
Yep. Iron bars.
Okay.
Like that.
Can you hear what Adam has, what GRUNIX has to say?
I can't. Yes, I'm sorry. I just wanted to get that because I wasn't sure if GRUNIX.
Yeah.
GRUNIX, what did you
Go
want
on.
to say to ZARRIEL? Can't hear him.
Yeah. Adam, you there? Adam? He's tapping. Sure.
Yep, go ahead.
Sure.
What I'll do is whatever you say, I'll read it out because we don't show the chat on the on the stream. So I'll. GRUNIX sort of sidles up to you. Sort of looks up at you and casts pats you on the back and sort of gives you a thumbs up.
With that,
Casts heroism on you. Well, puts like a pat on your back, which makes you feel all warm and fuzzy. And because he's an artificer, isn't he? It'll be some sort of like salve or something on your back. So like, gives you a sticker, puts it on the front of it, says "Hero" on the front of your robe.
so with that, shall we go into initiative? As ZARRIEL is...
Are you attacking?
ZARRIEL is going to... will try to use his bonus action to cast Divine Reckoning and go with...
No, I wonder if we're going to fight because I want us to initiate. If we're going to initiate
Yes,
combat,
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I was
Initiating
gonna
combat,
ask
go to
if
initiate. Before we
we
start
are-
doing actions before combat starts, an extra free round of combat. I don't want people having a free round of combat. He is aware you're there, so you're not going to surprise her if you attack.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. So no surprise.
It's not a surprise round. So, okay, that's fine. If you're going to attack, let's get us into initiative order then. And I will have to grab her profile, which is where is she? Is
see if this.
Farah.
Okay. Quickly click on character.
Ja, ga je rollen.
Okay, let's see how she does. And you know what? I have Cardic here.
I'm like really poor.
Going to
GRUNIX, remember to use your card trick so he doesn't get it next time.
9.
Please.
Do the thing, Gondix.
She's going to. So she's got 9 to whatever she rolls. And she's going. So she gets a 21.
Sure.
Sorry, 20. Yeah, 20. Sorry, because she goes -1 to dex.
But that's already calculated, so 11. Because that's 12 minus 1.
Yeah, 11 and then plus.
Plus 10, so 21, yeah.
Okay. Has every? Oh, I need to do KENARI. Sorry, excuse me. KENARI.
Yeah, and Elena.
Oh, why is this not working?
Mm-hmm.
For some, I don't know why it just decides randomly that I can't access certain things.
You can allow one of us to random if it's
No,
too much.
I'm fine. It's not that. It's just the way Roll20 does it. If I have closed it by mistake, and now there we go. Now I can do it. I'm okay running characters, but if I need help, I'll ask. I promise. I just I don't want people using other people's characters unless there's a real need. Okay.
Sure. Sure.
So that's KENARI and Elena. So KENARI will roll her initiative, and Elena will roll her initiative. Okay, I'm running pretty well for these characters' initiative. Okie dokie. So, in this case, she gets a bonus to her thing already calculated. Okay, and let's put into descending order. So the first person to go is going to be Ellie. And let me get some nice music on. I've used this so many times. Too much fighting. Okay.
Does the creature seem to be in any way aggressive at this point yet?
Not really. It seems to be reaching down for another villager at this point.
In that case, Lily will just project her thoughts into its mind, asking, "What is your purpose here?"
Okay.
And ready a... I mean, let's not be too complicated. Ready an Eldritch Blast in case of an aggressive action from the creature.
Aggressive action towards... Can you be specific?
Do I have to be?
Yep.
One of the party. If it keeps picking up the people, the villagers, then that's fine.
Okay.
We'll keep
Alright, so
doing that.
it attacks one of the members of the party. Okay, alright. In that case, so you've held the action. It can only reply in its turn. So it can reply. So next up will be GRUNIX. Unless you want to do it. So you're holding your action. You're up. Oh, that reminds me, I've got to do... GRUNIX will run up to Tentacle Boy and stab it. Okay. Up you go. The tentacle and use bonus action to Boy to flank it. Okay. So Boy runs up. Can you move it? Yeah. Okay. And you're going to move up to it as well. Okay. So you're going to try and stab it. All right. Yep, that's a hit. Okay, for 10 damage. Okay, so you end up. So first of all, I need. First, I need you to take a dexterity saving throw, please. Okay. All right. So while you're sort of near it, a tentacle whips out at you, but you manage to duck underneath it. I also need to put the room. Where is it? Others. I'm sorry if I'm going to have to reuse the chain picture, just like I don't have before tentacle without getting some very suspicious stuff when looking for that picture. So I'm going to put them here. So these are representing.
It was big.
I'm going to make it smaller. Actually, I don't actually need to do that. It just has. No, I do need them. So she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. She's taken 10 damage. Fantastic. Okay. It is now her turn. Yep, you put boy. You use your bonus action to move to boy. Or does boy get to attack now? Then if you are going to do the attack with boy, please do the attack. Okay, yeah, you told it to flank, but okay, yeah. No, unfortunately, your creature like dashes up to attack. Unfortunately, it strikes out at it but misses. With its strike, tentacles seem to sort of pull themselves out of the way of your. It's like playing by mail now, isn't it? It's okay. I'm not used to it anymore. I used to do this sometimes, but I'm not used to like the thing. It's perfectly fine, Adam. Thanks for trying. You're working your hardest to play with us, even though I know you're having trouble. Okay, so in that case, are you done, GRUNIX? Adam, are you done? Okay, so next up is Afavara. Okay. So in that case, so I'm guessing. Sorry, I think I've got everything. I just don't think there's anything. I'm just checking. There's nothing I've missed about what she can do. I don't want to be doing something that is not right. All right. So I think I've got it right. Yep. And yeah. Okay. All right. So this one is going to lash out at UD. So that is a 23.
23. Yeah, that hits.
Okay, you are now
Using
grappled.
to use Hellish Rebuke.
So you are wrapped up by a tentacle. You are now grappled.
Lovely. How much damage is dealt?
No damage, just grappled.
Oh, and then I can't use Hellish Rebuke then. That's upsetting.
The ZARRIEL, the one nearest you, is going to try and grapple you.
Ah! She like screams. She's not in her serious mood yet.
Missing horribly.
I've seen enough. I have time to know where this is going.
Okay. The tentacle nearest you is going to attack you, GRUNIX. See if it can grapple you.
Can you cover code them? Or something. No, sorry. They're not on the initiative. Don't worry. Don't.
No, it's okay. I'm just. I didn't think about that. So that's something I'm puffing at myself because I should have thought to make it a little bit easier on everyone, and I'm just didn't think about that. I'm just going to claw. That's a very good idea. I'm sorry. I'm not huffy with you. Thinking about it myself. Very good idea. Here am I trying to describe which tentacle is doing what. Easily do that. And what annoys me is I did this for something else, and I haven't done it for this. That annoys me. I'm gonna get that red handle. All right. So this one has been. This one has been. So D, you're grappled. I'm guessing that misses you because it's an 8. GRUNIX, and definitely miss ZARRIEL. The green one definitely missed ZARRIEL. Sid, the orange tentacle is going to lash out at. It's going to lash out at you.
Okay.
By the way, these tentacles are like all attached to her. Even though they're there, they can all be sort of. They're like all like count as part of her. Okay.
But do they count as different creatures though? For the purposes of spells?
Yes. So, this one is going to try and go for you, Sid. 1 second. $16?
Yeah, that hits. It hits.
Okay, so the orange tentacle has grappled you. And the last one is going to be going for purple one, go for Lily. Actually, purple one's going to, I think purple one will go, pink one's going to go for boy. Try and grab boy. $24 on boy. Yep, okay, so boy is also grappled. Then going to use real, pull D in, closer, and bite you. By the way, I need to do this. I keep forgetting to do this. So, D, you got hit by when you got hit by the tentacle, and when it grabbed you, you hear something in your mind. Okay. I just think I've got my lovely table here, which tells me here what it says. Okay. Can you roll a d20 for me, please? D? Thank you.
There you go. I got 11. Sorry, I thought I was
11.
unmuted.
You hear, have you seen what Floor 222 does to people? Can you see what it did to me? This voice echoing through your head. It appears to be a soft, originally a soft-spoken voice, but seems to be sort of cultured in tone, but shrieking and indefinitely in some distress. Sid, can you roll a dice for me?
D20?
Yep.
What is me and one today?
Yeah.
You hear...
Every dice roll I've made a 1 on.
I just want to be pretty when you see me again. I just want to go back home.
Does it sound like the same voice?
Okay. Daryl, I'll decide what KENARI does, okay?
No, I'm just waiting to see how things. I'm simply excited to see how things unfold.
Okay.
I'm simply excited to see how things unfold.
And boy is nothing because boy is
Boy.
sentient. Okay, so boy hears nothing because boy is not sentient. D, you're dragged forward, and she's going to try and mass of like come out of sort of like an orifice in the face and try to destroy.
So it's a bite.
An 18.
That hits my armor class.
Okay. 16 piercing damage.
That hurts. As I'm definitely using Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
Now that I'm finally taking damage. Take the 16 points of damage. I'm going to roll Hellish Rebuke and cast a spell. Type in the damage for me for a second, and that hurts. Oh god.
Well, that arm is horrible. Sorry, I'm so showing the cake hand. Nick, that's horrible.
Is the GIF you posted?
I know.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, that's
it's
really not
bad.
nice. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
There we go. What happened? What? It rolled 3 times? What the hell?
I take.
I may have accidentally triple clicked. It was the first one, so it would take 22 damage, or
Okay.
not cast. 15 dex save, or take half of 22. If it's
Yep, she's gonna roll a dex save.
Yeah. You know the drill.
Yeah, I know Hellish Rebuke.
Yup.
You know what? I'm gonna use a Cardic.
No! Well, it's still half damage.
To
Of course.
by 10 or 17.
Oh, that actually no, that passes. No,
So she takes 11 points of damage.
Yeah, she takes 11 points of damage as like these black shadowy flames.
This is why you have to make sure to use your you have to make sure to use your Cardic up, because otherwise I get a nice.
Yeah, because then this stuff happens.
Yeah, so as you like lash out with your sort of necrotic, is it like necrotic fire?
It's more. It's like the shadowy flames from Naruto, the Amaterasu almost. They look like black.
Yeah. Okay,
flames.
so then black flames from Naruto sort of burst up along the sort of travel up the the tentacle mass up back towards the main body. Sort of seeing this happen, the creature like throws a tentacle in the way, and half of it is consumed by that tentacle, which detaches from the body. The rest sort of smashes into the body above it, dealing 11 points of damage. Okay.
Lovely.
And a father, is she okay with fire? Yeah, she's. Sorry, doesn't make a difference. I just want to make sure I haven't forgot any lovely resistances characters might have. Okay.
Well, you say lovely, I say obnoxious.
I say amazing. Okay, that is Havara's turn.
What type of damage was it? Was it just piercing?
The damage, it was piercing damage, it was biting.
Okay, so it wasn't poison or anything?
No, just biting.
Okay, double checking.
Massive,
Oh.
massive.
So did the creature not respond on its turn?
Basically, the creature is sort of you can hear like just the sound of a sound of sort of singing in its mind. Basically, it sounds like an Elvish woman singing a nursery rhyme to herself, and sort of. Do you understand Elvish?
Nope, only deep speech and common.
Okay, so you can't understand what it says, but you can sort of hear it. So it's got the lilting tone of a song or a rhyme.
Well, then it seems it has turned aggressive. I would like to Eldritch Blast its face.
Yep, you do get to do that.
But not like that.
No, unfortunately not.
Okay.
So yeah, you launch a blast towards it, but again, the tentacle mass gets in the way. It is KENARI's turn. So KENARI, again, is going to move towards move here, and sort of taking her bow out, is going to shoot the tentacle holding UD.
Okay.
And
Also,
this
D looks kind of motionless. Like she looks scared. She doesn't look like her she's not in her shadow form.
Okay, so
she's still screaming.
I don't know whether we have any. Okay, so I think she'll probably cast Hunter's Mark to begin with, and put it on the tentacle you're currently holding on you.
Mm-hmm.
So cast the bonus action casting Hunter's Mark, and then is going to shoot the tentacle holding D. And that's going to be with the extra damage. So I haven't done this for a while, so please give me a moment. Here we go. I'm going to click on Hunter's Mark, and she doesn't get Dread Ambusher for this one because it's a second shot, isn't it? And so she's going to shoot with getting a natural 1 with her first shot.
Does she
have the way to give her carding. I'll tell you what, Dario, I'm going to give you a random card here. If you want, you can try and apply this to. You can only use this for KENARI, okay?
Sure.
Okay, are you going to use it before I say if it succeeds or fails?
Well, a natural 1 always misses anyways.
That's true. Okay, well, either way. So the first shot fails and then lines up. Sorry, I don't worry about that. I ignore that. I rolled the wrong thing. But then lined up for a second shot. For an ambush at this time. And this shot. First shot was just a ranging shot. The second shot is a definite hit. And that is 14 damage. Good ambusher. Hunter's Mark, Dread Ambusher, and bow. So 14 damage. Okay, the tentacle seems to be tattered and falling apart. Not quite gone yet, though. Oh no, it is. Sorry, I apologize. The tentacle is torn to shreds. You are released from the tentacle's hold.
Lovely.
ZARRIEL, you're up. And she. Oh, she.
So-
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. Anything?
No, I'm done. Sorry, I made a mistake. It's your turn.
Okay. So, I was just dealing with my stuff. So, first, bonus action. ZARRIEL will invoke his Divine Reckoning onto the beast itself.
Okay.
As that shall apply to it. And with his action, that's bonus action, as 3 triangles of light are basically stamped on Problem's chest, as he's going to swing with his weapon. Yeah, his weapon at the creature at the tentacle closest to him, using Green Flame Blade. Using Green Flame Blade, as does 15th hit the tentacle. The tentacle takes 6 piercing damage, whilst the radiant flame just continues off the swipe with the blade and hits the target, the giant tentacle monster itself, dealing 6 fire damage because of Divine Reckoning, because it's on it.
Okay, perfect. Done.
So 6 fire damage to it, and 6 to the tentacle. Did the tentacle die by any chance?
Yeah. Tentacle seems to be on flames, it seems to be like thrashing around, but it's not yet. No. Like your divine light sort of like creeps up and starts to consume it, but the tentacle is still sort of at its core intact.
Sure thing. And my turn.
Okay.
That was like the green one.
Green one, thank you. Elena is probably going to do going to look at you, SIDARIAN, gesturing towards you, and is going to cast Shield of Faith on you. Don't worry about spell save, you don't need it. Okay. So, SIDARIAN, +2 to your AC.
Okay.
And then she will spin around and cast Sacred Flame at the tentacle that you just attacked. Oh no, she can't because of the thing. It's the cage is in the way. She'll be shooting through the prison. In that case, she will shoot at the tentacle, the orange tentacle that's currently holding you. Okay. Carefully, like a laser, trying to shoot it off you. Sacred Flame. Doing 5 damage and that. No, it fails, so it takes 5 damage. Okay. So the tentacle sort of lights up in a blaze of light. Parts of it are cut off. It's not quite gone, but it is definitely looking chopped and sauteed. E, it's your turn. You are currently grappled. Oh, sorry, you are currently free. You need to take a dexterity saving throw for me, please. Are you there? Oh, thanks.
So was that me? I didn't hear my game thing.
Sorry, yeah, you Bob, you need to roll a dexterity saving throw.
I'm getting grappled again? God dang it. Okay, I'm gonna roll that save.
No, you're just too close to Akbara.
Got it, okay. Well, I rolled the save.
Okay, no, so you get hit. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage. And roll a d20 for me, please.
1 hit, 1 point of bludgeoning damage?
Yep.
Okay.
These are just like random tentacles like smacking out, trying to pull your arm off.
Okay. Single point. And D20 you said?
Yeah, roll a d20.
Six.
6. Okay. So, in that case, you hear, I miss my face! My pointed elven face, have you seen it? Do you have it? Voice of a
I'm just like scanning the tentacle monster. Is it my turn?
It's your turn now.
Okay. I'm gonna use my bonus action as like I get slapped to go into my form of dread as the same sort of shadowy mass appears around me and my eyes go darker. As I'm just like, I frown. Go all angry. I was gonna roll the dice for that. Bonus action. Oh my god. So I get 5 hit points of temporary hit points. That's upsetting. Yeah, plus my warlock level, which is 4, so that is... As this sort of shadowy mass covers me, like 4 rolls. Oop, there you go. Yep. Sorry, my sheet is lagging a bit, so...
That's okay.
Having a bit of a hard time using my laptop. 5, 10, 15. As I'm going to use...
We're finishing in 12. We're finishing in 10 minutes anyway, so...
Yeah, I'm just going to use my action to... It was damaged before, right? It got hit by somebody?
Yeah, it can be damaged.
No, was it damaged before? Did someone hit at it?
The one that, yeah, you hit it. You did that. It's taken damage. So
Okay, so it has taken damage. That's what I want to know. Okay. So I'm going to use... So I got pulled forward. So is it within 5 feet of me?
Yeah, you're standing right next to me.
Okay. I'm going to walk away from it. And while I walk away, I like move it out of its... Just let it do an attack without turning at me. And while I walk away, I am going to just walk over here, sort of area, place.
Okay, it does get attack of opportunity against you.
Go for it.
Sorry?
I said go for it.
Okay. Yep, attack of opportunity.
And I'll let you know if I live. Hopefully I live. Yeah, he misses actually. That misses my armor class. So he tries to bite
inspiration.
me. What? Oh, you're using carding? You're using your final carding? Okay.
I have a 3, so 17.
Still misses. Still misses. As you just sort of
know how I have
mass
spellcasting who will have armor above what I had as a level 3 fighter.
I'm sorry, I do. I have a high dex and I have high I have constant mage armor because of invocation.
20 dex.
Yeah.
So much, and I'm like, I'm just sitting at like 14.
Yeah, I
need to look at people's.
No, you're right. So why is it at? Hold on.
You said that 16 hit you last time.
The thing is, when I put my mage armor on, I had leather armor on for some reason. So it's supposed to be 17, not 18. So yeah, that would have hit. So that was my bad. I was wondering why it's 17 when I only have a 14 and when I only have a +4 to dex. It's confusing.
Okay.
Sorry,
well,
that was
17
my bad.
is a 14 piercing damage.
14 piercing damage? That hurts. That takes away my temp HP. But I'm also using Hellish Rebuke. Turn that to 17. Sorry about that. That was my bad. It should have been 17 the entire time.
Okay. And I get... So I have to roll a dex
You
save.
have to make a dex save as shadows lick on you.
Okay.
Black shadows attack you as a reaction. Give me a second while I roll that. Did it roll?
Nope.
Okay,
Don't worry, if you roll it again, it'll all come up one after another.
Okay, I'm gonna wait for it to see if it did roll it first. No, it doesn't look like it because I clicked the spell tab, not the spell cast. There we go. I see it clicked. So he would take half of that if he succeeds, or on a pass he would be.
Oh, I already failed I already failed, so it takes 26.
Oh, so he takes 26
fire
fire
damage.
damage
High roll.
as these black flames move around.
9.
A lot of damage. As I use my final spell slot for the rest, and I'm also going to use a cantrip called.
Are you still on your feet?
Yes, actually.
How are you still on your? I want to see everybody's character sheets because I never remember being this powerful at level 4. But okay.
Let me
Rolled stats, my guy. Rolled stats.
I have 38 health points at level 4, which because Warlock, and I have a pretty decent con. I had 5 temp HP.
How health points?
You have like it seems like you have like every stat like really good. Like
Eric's a ranger and has 30 hit points. And
I don't know what to tell you.
What's your dex mod? You said was like a 4.
He has plus 4 dex, plus 5 charisma.
+2. I rolled a d. I rolled.
I know, but I need to check that because we might need to change some things just because I don't allow roll
my health pool. Because I'm not at max hit points. I've rolled my hit points.
No, I know. I'm just saying I don't allow rolled stats. Normally, I ask you to take the average and do it.
Rolled stats. I'm very confused. You told me to roll stats for this character.
I didn't tell you to roll these stats, but it's okay. We'll sort it out afterwards. Okay.
Okay. I'm very confused.
Well, I never allow rolled stats. I haven't allowed rolled stats. When we did map the Mercer method at the beginning. And then I said afterwards, I'm not doing that anymore because everybody ended up being like level 3000. Super strong stats.
Okay. Okay. I guess after this I'll just. I didn't know that. I did not know.
Okay.
That.
No, don't worry about it. As I said, it's probably me not being clear enough. We'll go through it afterwards and sort out.
Okay. Well, that's confusing. So yeah, you said 16 points. I had 21 health, in my current health pool.
Okay.
And I already had 10, but I had 5 temp HP. So I'm currently at 11 hit points.
Okay. Cool.
No. Let me deal with damage.
Well, I'm going to okay, that's cool. Then I'm going to if that's so. What are you doing? You're doing a cantrip as well.
Yeah, I'm at 10 HP right now. I'm hurt, but I'm not dead. So I'm gonna cast. Give me a second. I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead on it, so it needs to make a Wisdom saving throw, please. Did it roll my Toll the Dead? No, it didn't. Yeah, nothing happens. It's able to. It does nothing happens. I don't even have to. Yeah, it passes.
Okay. All right. And then is that everything that he can do?
Yeah, that would have been my action, my reaction, and my movement, and my bonus action. But I looked.
All right. So next up is SIDARIAN.
Okay, so which of the tentacles has me? Orange?
Orange one, yes.
Okay, that's what I figured. Okay, so I take it I'm still grappled by it.
Yep.
So for my action, I'm Sid's gonna draw his rapier and just stab the crap out of it.
Okay. Yep, you hit it. Okay, the tentacle shreds under your attack. You're left free.
Okay. Use my movement to stand up. And move just one space over there. And that's my turn.
Okay. And with that, we're going to end the session here, guys. We've hit nearly 2 a.m. My time, and we're in a pretty cool situation here to begin in the next session. Okay.
All right. Awesome.
All right.
Thank you for running the session.
Well, I hope you enjoyed yourselves, guys. We're going to just, I'm just going to quickly say a few words about our people who'll be sponsoring us, and then we'll say goodbye to everyone. So I'm moving into the next room because I don't have all that information. We'll move over here so I can see the ending screens. So, with me, please. All right, so thank you to our patrons, Base of Operations, Gavin Cliff, also known as Plutonio D, It's Just Bob, and of course Fred Syke. Thank you very much for supporting the channel and being part of the Meeple Palace. And also thank you again to our Twitch subscribers, Plutonio D. Again, Gavin, thank you for supporting us on Twitch. You guys are absolutely amazing. Yeah.